Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about why era-specific heroes will not work in Battlefront 2. Now, since the game's release, this has been a topic that has been discussed over and over again, and as all of you know, just a few days ago we got the community calendar for January, which has an era-specific hero event taking place in Galactic Assault. This means that when playing GA, you can only play as heroes on certain maps if they are appropriate to the prequel trilogy, original trilogy, or sequel trilogy, depending on which map you are playing. Now, this got me thinking, could this work? And right from the start, I didn't think it would. I mean, sure, you could do it, but would it be any good and would it be effective? In this video, I'm going to discuss a few reasons why I think it won't work and shouldn't be changed from the current way it is now. Before you jump down my throat and say this is only a limited time event, why are you complaining, blah blah blah, like I get sometimes on my other videos, I want to point out that limited time events have been tested and added permanently to the game afterwards, like Ewok Hunt and Jetpack Cargo. Now yes, these were game modes, but they did receive positive feedback and they were added in permanently, so who's to say that it won't happen again with the era specific heroes? Now, I'm not too stressed about it because I don't think it's going to get a lot of positive feedback, but let's discuss anyway. Getting to it, the first reason why I don't think this would work is that you are limiting the player experience. Regardless of whether you are a new player or have played hundreds of hours of GA, you are still going to have your favorite characters and characters that you're good and bad at playing with. Era-specific heroes will often find you not being able to play your favorite hero for multiple rounds in a row if you remember that you play each map twice in the rotation before moving on. An example of this is, say that your favorite hero is Rey. You load into GA and you get a prequel era trilogy map, and going by the current map rotation, you will either need to go through all the prequel and original trilogy maps before you can play Rey on a sequel trilogy map, or you'll have to quit out and load another lobby hoping to get a sequel map. This is going to be super repetitive and super frustrating and annoying when you could just probably load in now and play them right away. If they do this, it severely limits the player experience and would be terrible, especially for someone that is new to the game. Imagine you've just bought the game from the store, you want to play Obi-Wan and you get a sequel trilogy map. It's the first sequel trilogy map in the rotation and you've got to wait to get through all of them just to play Obi-Wan. Again, it's the same situation as Rey. You're going to become frustrated and you're going to have to quit out and find another lobby. The next point I wanted to discuss is whenever a new hero drops in the game. Now, if we had era-specific heroes permanently, every time a new hero was added, there would be a bunch of players who are extremely frustrated that they keep loading into games of GA that don't have the new hero available. We know the devs are planning on adding one hero at a time, so again, the lack of availability of that hero is amplified when everyone wants to play the new character. It's already hard enough fighting your teammates and trying to be the first one with enough battle points to play a hero, let alone having to wait for the right map to use them as well. Moving into the final talking point of this video, I want to discuss an imbalance again of choice of hero, specifically when playing sequel trilogy maps. The sequel maps have 5 heroes available on the light side, whereas the villains only have 2, being Kylo and Phasma. Moving into the final phase on a map where more hero slots open up, the dark side will still be limited to the only 2 heroes at that time that they have, whereas the light side will have a choice of 5. This creates a serious imbalance when you've got the likes of Phasma, who in my opinion is absolutely terrible in GA, and Kylo, who is decent going up against the likes of Han, Leia, Rey, and so on and so forth. If this is a serious plan for the future and they are using this as a test run, DICE needs to look to balance the amount of era-specific heroes and villains they have on the roster. PS, add Snoke. Anyways, in saying all of this, it can be countered. The way you can prevent this from happening is either have a map selector at the end of each round, similar to how Call of Duty works, or make era-specific map playlists, so you can choose which trilogy of era maps you want to play and the heroes that go along with it. But in saying this though, from doing that, I think that will still cause an issue, as it will split the player base even more, causing a lot of empty lobbies, because we know that the sequel trilogy maps are less liked than those of the prequel prequel or original trilogy maps as well. So to put it simply, era-specific heroes is a bad idea. Unless they plan on adding a ton of new heroes in 2019, I recommend that they stay away from it completely. I am calling it right now, the era-specific event will cause a lot of complaints, and hopefully they get enough complaints to scare them off making it permanent in the future. That is going to do it for today's video, guys. Make sure you all let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on era-specific heroes possibly being active in Battlefront 2 in the future, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. As always, thank you so much for watching. I am the Twisted Jedi, and may the Force be with you always.